Spank revision.
Is this the movie closet?
Welcome back
Hello.
to the
Hello.
Vic.
Bass is back. He's joining us.
I'm
but
back again.
Unfortunately, we're missing Samantha.
Samantha.
Let's just drop a little fucking picture in here, dude.
Yep.
That'd be hilarious.
That would be good.
Deborah in there at the end.
Look, Sam's here.
I'll just put a picture of her in there.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be
I'll
funny.
do it. I think that'll be easy to do.
Yeah.
Hey Sam.
Because you did it with that cat in that one.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Hey Sam.
Hey, Sam.
If you fucking suck, don't say anything. Oh Sam, you shouldn't think about yourself like that. Come on.
Oh, Sam, come on.
You're cool.
You're awesome.
You're fucking cool. Well, I'm glad she's gone because she's been on a fucking tear lately.
Yeah.
Dominating the movie closet.
That is true. This gives us a chance.
Yeah, time
Really
to get
gives
some
us a
fresh
chance.
blood.
fighting
Bass, I
chance.
don't know. Have you watched last week's episode yet?
I have not.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you don't have any spots left on the movie closet wheel.
What?
You have been wiped off the face of the wheel.
What? No, that's not fair.
Dude, I mean,
The guests have more spots than
yeah,
me.
the wheel
fuck?
decided each time she did it, too.
Yeah, she did just.
I'm just defaulting to the guest spots then.
Well,
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
I don't think so. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyways, Matt, this is the 53rd episode of the Movie Closet.
Yep.
Do you want to explain to our any new listeners out there what this thing is?
I definitely do. So the movie closet is 4 friends in this room. We're picking movies based off a theme. We're giving pitches on those movies. Then we vote on the movie, and the winner, we watch that movie, and we come back and discuss it.
Chia, beautiful. Bass, what's this week's theme?
Westerns.
Wish- Hell yeah.
Make a fucking tumbleweed come across.
All right, let's not get crazy. here.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I bet Bing could do it.
Yeah, but it's a
Does
lot of
Ben
work.
have the time?
That's true. He's in school now.
yeah.
It's
Maybe
Squilla.
if this fucker ever makes any money.
Yeah, then he'll have incentive.
All right. I'll go first this week, I guess. My film, Bone Tomahawk, 2015.
I've never seen it.
Yes. This movie, I think it's fucking kick ass, and it's one of those movies I just like watched on a whim. I was like, oh, Bone Tomahawk, what's this? Kurt Russell's in it.
Fuck,
And
yeah,
that
can't go
fucker,
wrong.
Patrick Wilson
Russell.
from Insidious
Oh,
and
wow.
Watchmen.
shit.
Those two guys were in it. I was like, all right, I'll give it a try.
That's a badass crew.
There's more cool people in this.
Oh,
This
fuck.
movie whoops. It is a Western. Written and directed by S. Craig Zahler. No other like notable movies. He had like a couple IFC movies. Or what's that like indie horror studio?
Which one?
Something House.
Ghost House?
Maybe.
I think it's Ghost House.
I think
It's
I
got like
fucking-
the little, like comes in. It's like a little fucking ghost face.
Yeah,
and
I
like
mean-
a keyhole.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was just glancing over his movies.
Okay.
And it looked like he didn't have very many. This is one of his. I think this is like one of his first big ones.
Oh, dude, I've seen that fucking poster before.
Oh, Asylum. No, never mind. I just saw Asylum Blackout. Asylum's one of them, isn't it? Isn't that one of the studios?
Oh yeah.
That's what I saw. He just
Okay.
has done another movie called Asylum Blackout.
Okay.
Oh, it's horror though.
Hmm.
Maybe it is.
Interesting.
But yeah. Oh fuck! I forgot to look up the awards this film has won.
Ooh.
Okay.
The struggle.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, you listen to that conversation in there?
No, I was him trying to get
Oh,
past the
yeah.
ads.
okay.
All right, so sorry about that. Stars Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Richard Jenkins, the dad from Step Brothers,
Oh, what?
David Arquette,
What?
who we recently discussed when we watched Scream.
Oh shit,
Um,
dude! This
so
is fucking
yeah,
all star.
a lot of great actors that aren't like superstars, but they're
Yeah.
all like really great in
Yeah.
everything they've worked in. Yeah, I was just seeing it on a whim. Patrick Wilson's wife gets kidnapped by Indians because they live in like a frontier town. And I think, I can't remember, but I think it's because David Arquette, who's like a thief or a robber, they go through this burial ground. And then and David Arquette's the only one who lived, and the Indians were like after him. But then they find this town, so they take this woman instead. So then, and Patrick Wilson's leg is fucked up because he fell off the roof earlier.
Oh wow.
So he couldn't like do shit about it. And so Kurt Russell's like the sheriff, rounds up a gang. They go to find his wife and these Indians. And there's this dude that lives in the town who's Native American. And he comes with them and he knows like this tribe. And they are like fucking incest, like excommunicated Indian. Like they've been like kicked out of their tribes and they're all related and they're incest and they abandon language and they put like a piece of
What?
bone in their throat and they communicate through whistles and they're cannibals.
wow.
What the fuck?
They are fucked up. If
Holy
you've seen The
shit.
Revenant and you thought that those Indians seemed like fierce and scary because like they'd fuck you up, these guys are like
Times 10.
nightmare fuel.
Oh my god, dude, that's
Yeah.
insane.
So they have to like go basically find where these fuckers are hiding and get this dude's wife back.
Holy
And I will
fuck.
leave you with this. Fucking, there is a moment in this movie where a dude is held upside down naked and they're holding his legs like this. One of the dudes hatchets him in the dick and they rip him in half
Whoa.
by his legs.
Jesus fuck.
But one of their, yeah, it was fucked up. This movie is so gnarly. And it fucking, and it won the Buenos Aires International Festival of Independent Cinema.
Damn. Rightfully so, it sounds like.
Damn.
Dude, that sounds wild.
Yeah, it's a really good performance based, like, because there's not that much action in most westerns, I'd say.
Yeah, it's
like
kinda-
especially modern day ones, where it's all the action is condensed into one explosive, like the breaking point. You know, like it all just pops off at the end. And this is one of those movies, Bone Tomahawk.
Damn, dude, that sounds
Damn.
fucking good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess I'll go next and try to follow it up. I'm choosing, I believe it was released in 2016, maybe 2015. Ty West, my favorite fucking director, In the Valley of Violence. Now, Ty West usually directs horror movies, most notably fucking House of the Devil or The Revenant. Or not The Revenant, but the Sacrament, my bad. Edit that shit out. But anyway, so this is his first departure from horror, and he wanted to make a fucking Western. All shot on 35 millimeter, I'm pretty sure. Or at least it's shot on film. I'm not sure what. Maybe edit that out too. But anyway, so
Future band.
Future Ben, please do magic and make me not sound like a dumbass.
Well, the nice thing about being shot on film, you don't have to worry about like the
Yeah, well, he wanted
the
to really
picture quality.
Well, that.
It
Oh yeah, that's
like
true.
you don't have to worry about like megapixels and the pixel density and stuff. It's all about like you have the whole thing there. All you worry about is frames per second.
You
Yeah.
can get wider shots on film, right?
Yeah, so
that's
it
what
really-
Tarantino's all about.
Right, and that's why, and that's it. Really lends itself to a Western, I feel like too.
Yeah. And
But-
House of the Devil is shot on film, right?
Yeah, well, that's what. What I was gonna say, all except for the Sacrament, because it was supposed to be a mock Vice documentary. Ty West strictly shoots on film. He's like, he wants to stay true to cinema. He's like, I don't know. He just says a movie looks more like a movie when it's shot on film. So like he always does that, which I think is pretty cool. But anyway, so it's his departure from horror. It's a Western. It stars fucking Ethan Hawke, John Travolta, a bunch of fucking other people that I cannot remember. But it's got Ethan Hawke, John Travolta. Basically, John Travolta or not John Travolta, Ethan Hawke is going to this town. He's like drinking in a bar, minding his own business. These dudes come up to him, start talking shit. They go outside, they get into a fight. Ethan Hawke is a total badass and whoops all their asses and then deuces. And then all the other people in town are like, what? You're going to let this motherfucking no-name guy just whoop your ass and leave? And they're like, fuck no. So they go and find Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke also has this dog. They go and find Ethan Hawke while he's sleeping. They catch him off guard. They all fucking hold him. They fucking whoop his ass. And Ethan Hawke's like, you really don't want to fucking do this. You guys are making a huge mistake. And they just whoop his ass. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to do any spoilers, but I'm pretty sure they kill his dog. So
John Wick,
so
the
it's-
Western.
So pretty much, yeah, it's like typical Western. It's all like fucking revenge. So they make a mistake. They beat fucking Ethan Hawke's ass, leave him for dead. And then he finds them and he starts fucking shit up,
Nice.
And then, so like basically Ty West's goal of the movie, this is also kind of a spoiler, but his goal was to basically make you hate these dudes that whoop Ethan Hawke's ass. And they want you to root for Ethan Hawke. He wants you to root for Ethan Hawke at first. And then he wants to turn that around on you. And by the end of the film, make you feel like Ethan Hawke is the villain.
That's funny. Fucking what the fuck is his name? Tip of the tongue. The guy who did Chronicle. The guy who wrote it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who you're talking. I don't know that director.
Fuck. Max Landis. That's his name.
Okay.
He fucking I seen him on this YouTube video once. He was saying like that's a fun writing exercise he does where he swaps the heroes and villains like in the middle of the story.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I think that's just an interesting idea I feel like that's a nice twist on the Western to make it like way more interesting and a little different. But anyway, so Ty West in all the interviews, he says that this dog in the film was probably the most talented fucking thing of the film. He said this dog is insane. I forget what the dog's name, but there's a bunch of YouTube fucking videos of this dog that he just like is so well trained and can do all this crazy shit, like walk on just like two fucking paws,
But can
like
it read?
open fucking doors and shit. Like apparently this dog is like super well trained and like crazy, and it was so easy to work with on set.
What kind of dog is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. But
Oh.
yeah, it's kind of an interesting tidbit. Yeah, and apparently, according to Ty West, he was like super intimidated to work with John Travolta because he's like John Travolta. But apparently, John Travolta is like super fucking awesome
Yeah, he seems like
and
a cool
like
guy.
really down to earth and down to do whatever. And so is Ethan Hawke apparently. So yeah,
Sweet.
in the Valley of Violence, Ethan Hawke, John Travolta. I haven't seen it yet, but it's a movie I've really
Oh.
been wanting to watch. So
Oh,
yeah, that's why I pitched it.
nice. All right. Mr. Bass, the prodigal son, has
Yeah.
returned. It's the people's jam. What you got for us?
Man, I don't know if my westerns are gonna be as heavy hitters as you guys.
Uh-oh.
So I'm kind of going back. I was gonna pitch the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I could go like for the 3 words, Wild Wild West.
Ooh.
My grandfather recently passed away last month, and one thing we did a lot was watch westerns together.
Oh fuck yeah!
And
sure.
one western that we both enjoyed quite a bit was A Big Hand for the Little Lady, which was in 1966.
Okay.
Basically, a couple and their child arrive in town on the way to San Antonio, and to go buy a farm there, right? So there's this poker game going on between the richest men in the region, and
Ooh.
the husband, who is kind of has a gambling problem, couldn't resist playing. He's not very good at gambling either. He's really bad at poker. But in the like heat of the poker game, he has a heart attack.
Whoa.
So
Damn.
his wife has to sit in on it and play the rest of the game.
Oh,
What?
shit.
She has to play the game.
Pretty much. Well, she doesn't have to. They didn't want to let her, but she convinced him. The whole thing though, it's kind of funny and trickery and some other stuff. It's a really great Western movie that isn't even like full of shooting and stuff. It's like a very period piece. But it's a feel good movie because you feel good by the end of it, but it's also Western,
Fuck yeah.
and it's a little more PG.
Okay.
Definitely your kids can watch it.
Not
that
a
is the
violent
downside.
film.
You don't see a lot of gunfighting in it, which is big for Western. But this one holds a special place in my heart because I've seen it with him so many times.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
It was released in 1966 in France. It's in English. It's also known as Big Deal at Dodge City. And it's got Henry Fonda, Joanne Woodward, Jason Roberts, and Paul Ford, some like big names in the older Westerns.
Yeah.
Because Westerns really hit their peak between the 50s and 70s. Higher in the late 60s, early 70s was like the peak of the original Westerns. But it's a great movie. It's fun to watch. It has a twist.
Oh, the husband didn't die.
A little twist.
And there's
They're conning. They're pulling the long con.
big
switch.
There's a little bit of a mystery to it, and you just kind of start
Shit.
figuring things out during the movie. It's a good movie. Like when I first watched it, was like my grandpa's like, "Oh, what do you think's gonna happen?" And I was trying to guess, and like some of my guesses were wrong, some of my guesses were right, and I was just like, "Whoa!" At the very end of the movie,
Mind
Whoa!
fuck.
and since there's not a lot of different settings to the movie, the movie's really good because the acting and the dialogue is really great. It's not dry. It's entertaining. Like it really is a time when dialogue and story was very important and made movies what they were. So that's kind of like what I have to say about this movie. I think you guys would really like it.
I think you should say 3 more words.
Best is 3 words. Ooh, let's get it, dude. We've been waiting for this so
movie-
fucking long.
It's clever, it's entertaining, and there's a twist.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
3 words. We've been missing that around here.
What was the name of it again?
It was. I always call it by the wrong name. The proper name is A Big Hand for the Little Lady.
Big hand for the little lady.
I do declare.
I do.
And you know what? I know how big fans you guys are of poker.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Poker's a good game.
I love it.
All right, so it means it's time to vote.
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 We got Big Hand for the Little Lady, Bone Tomahawk, and Valley of Violence.
In the Valley of Violence.
In the Valley of Violence.
Though I walk through the valley of darkness, I shall fear
No evil.
no evil.
Ooh, that would be a good topic. Movies that have great one-liners.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Like you pick your favorite one-liner and we'll watch that movie.
Oh, I like that.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Yeah, shit like that. The Western genre.
We got 1 vote for Bone.
Tommy.
We got 2 votes for Boner Tomahawk.
Ooh, we watching Bone, baby.
Fuck.
And we got 1
knew
vote
that.
for Valley of Violence.
Well, there you have it. We're going to go watch Bone Tomahawk, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. Movie Closet.
And I'm not even mad because it sounds really fucking good.
Let's go watch some archaic science split some atoms.
Oh, yeah.
Apollo, you're sweet too.
Movie
Movies.
Movie
Movies.
Movie closet.
Movies.
Movie closet.
And we're back in the movie closet. We just watched Bone Tomahawk, the 2015 Western film. What'd you guys think?
Fucking awesome.
Holy
Probably,
shit.
Probably one of the best movies I've seen in a long ass
Yeah.
time. I have to say, I was really impressed. Holy
It-
shit!
Yeah.
It was everything you wanted, everything you expect out of a fucking
I-
good western.
I was a little worried because I've seen a few like more modern day westerns I wasn't a big fan of, but this one definitely it filled the void.
Yeah, like westerns are kind of known for being really slow paced, and this one did have a slow pacing, but they pepper in like intense, like quick intense moments throughout the film to keep you going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there'll be so basically, like I said earlier, Stu's wife gets taken by this Indian who they find out is like a tribe of troglodytes,
Troglodytes.
which means cave dwellers.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why they call them that. So yeah,
Gotcha.
they're like this incest like group of like rogue tribeless Indians, and so they round up like a group of 4 guys. They got the cowboy, the sheriff, the deputy, and the gunslinger. And they go out, and it's like a 2-day ride. They run into like some bandits on the way. So you do get a good like interesting things happen throughout along the way, and it does a great job of making everything super intense.
It was fucking intense. You're on the edge of your seat the whole goddamn time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking beautiful cinematography. A lot of like static camera shots.
Yeah.
And I think that helps with like the intensity.
It did,
and drawing
dude.
out
Yeah.
moments.
I love those shots, man.
Yeah, they did. It was impressive. Like the way they move the characters through shots.
It really
was
was.
pretty gosh darn good.
We need to get Bry Guy in here. Start a thing called the Bry Guy score on cinematography or something. The Brian score.
What's Brad Guy got to say?
I think he would probably really love this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Seems like it'd be
it's
right up his alley.
so fucking gritty and grounded, like super. I mean, I don't know what it would be like, but I feel like this is what living in the West on the
Dude,
frontier would be like.
It seems so realistic to me. And
Yeah.
it made me, like, the whole time I couldn't help but think about that, too. Like, putting myself in the fucking West, like, what it would be,
Yeah.
to be like living there. You couldn't help
Yeah.
but think about that.
Everything is life or death, pretty
Yeah.
much.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Pure cinema, dude. This movie's so fucking good.
Yeah, man. Great performances from everyone. Matthew Fox, who I didn't bring up earlier, was the gunslinger.
Yeah,
I think he was the crowd favorite.
dude, definitely my favorite character. Because he was like the perfect balance of like really badass and like such a gentleman and like and kind of looks like such an unexpected badass, you know?
Yeah, because he's like really dapper.
Yeah.
Like he's always like really concerned with how he looked.
Yeah. And I just love the fucking Western fucking etiquette they had. They were all so like polite and try to like be level headed and like keep their composure, even though they're in this fucking dire, crazy situation.
The dialogue was pretty period accurate. It seemed like
They were so literal.
Yeah.
So literally. And you were saying earlier how, well, I guess we were all talking about how the period accurate talking. It made it better in this case, but like it reminded me of like The Witch, where it was very period, like they talking the right way, but that like took me out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like before this movie would have taken place.
Right.
So it was like a different situation, but in that case, like it kind of took me out of it. But in this film, the way they talked really fucking gets you engrossed in the experience.
It really did. It was I don't know. It was fucking good. It was good. I don't know what else to say other than damn.
yeah.
Maybe we should talk a little bit about some of the deaths. The
man.
dude getting ripped in half, like I brought
Yeah.
over.
Oh my god. So yeah, I have to say there wasn't an incredible amount of violence in this movie, like or gore that they showed, but when they did, holy shit.
Yeah, it was surprisingly gory.
I think that's what made it so much more intense, is because they held it off until like the end,
yeah,
and then damn, it looks so fucking realistic. Like
great practical effect.
yeah, they cut this guy basically in half. They pick him up and cut him like from his fucking genitals all the way down, and holy shit,
Yeah,
it looks
No,
so
man,
realistic.
I thought they were hacking them.
They hacked him
and then
and then
they
they
ripped
ripped
them.
him.
Oh yeah,
apart
that's right. Yeah, they they like hack them in the middle, and then they just rip them apart.
to disembowel them
Oh my god,
because they were cannibals, and then they started eating them.
yeah,
Let's talk about these bone tomahawks they have. How fucking sharp they are.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude,
Brutal.
they just would slice through flesh like nothing.
Yeah.
very brutal. And also, what else I noticed too with the sound design, the troglodytes were like so heavy footed. Did you notice that?
I did.
How whenever
Yeah.
they'd come in, even like when they're outside, like you could hear them walking.
Yeah.
It was like thuds.
Yeah, they were just, and they were all so fucking huge.
Yeah, it was pretty menacing.
I mean, it was terrifying. God damn.
And-
And then on top of that, they don't fucking
Speak.
have a language. They just do these crazy. They have these crazy animal bones in their fucking.
Yeah, like infused into their neck.
Yeah, and then they just blow air out of that and just make this crazy sound.
It was like Predator.
Yeah.
When the dude did it in the cave.
And it's so
He was like-
loud.
yeah, like it reminded me of Predator. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. It was creepy.
Yeah. It's just like, whoa.
It made them seem so much more fucked up.
What about Kurt Russell had a pretty grisly death.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
But
and then
he did. He went out like a hero.
Oh
like,
my god! Cut that motherfucker's head off. Yeah, so they sliced Kurt Russell open because he has a flask full of opium, and they basically set it up so that the Indians will want to drink it. And
Yeah, they're
he-
trapped at this point.
Yeah, they're
in the
trapped.
cave.
and they act like they're drinking it, and then the Indians want to drink it, so they take it away from them and they drink it, and then one dies. It doesn't really say what exactly happens. You know for sure one dies.
Yeah.
And then they come out, they figured out that was because of the fucking white men they captured. Come out and fucking cut Kurt Russell open and put the flask inside of him.
Like his stomach.
Yeah.
And he gets shot.
And then he gets shot in the hand.
But then, yeah, then he like, the dude, the Indian who shot him, just like distracted. And then he Bone Tomahawks his head off.
Yeah, fuck. First Bone Tomahawks his foot, and then gets him in the head.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then you get that great line. So Kurt Russell is laying there dead.
Best
His-
line of the movie.
His deputy's alive. The guy who fucked his leg up is alive. He finally gets his wife back, and they're about to leave. And he's talking to his deputy.
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking say goodbye to my wife. I'll say hello to yours.
Yeah.
His deputy's wife had been dead because he's a pretty old guy.
Right.
And you're like, oh, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was badass.
Right in the heartstrings.
Yeah.
That was
man.
cool too. At the beginning when they're like planning on what to do.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell's like he's talking about him and the Patrick Wilson. I can't remember his character's name, but his wife got taken. He's like, we'll ride out tomorrow because we got no choice.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
fucking so much honor with these dudes.
I
think
know.
that's what makes them so likable
Right.
because like they know they're gonna get fucked, but they just got to do it.
They have to do it.
Yeah.
It's their morals.
Yeah, man. Different time.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Definitely an intense movie.
Yeah, super gritty, super awesome. What was the guy's name who made this again? I wrote it down. S. Craig Zahler or Zahler. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say.
Yeah, I
it.
want to check out his other films.
He's
Yeah.
only done like 3 or 4 movies from what I've seen on the IMDb page.
Okay.
But yeah, hats off to you, sir.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else about Bone Tomahawk?
It's got to be one of my favorites that we've watched on here so far. It's up there for me right now.
Yeah, kick ass, gritty, fucking insane amount of build up.
Yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
payoff.
Yeah.
Talk about having to walk on that broken leg.
Yeah.
And then walk back after that. But it just seemed like an uphill battle the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it made
seem-
it seem so impossible the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was such a fucking long ass journey that just they fucking almost got fucked every step of the way.
Yeah. And they somehow pulled it off while
Oh.
along the way losing people in bed.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure if they were to continue the story, he would have to get his fucking leg cut off for sure.
Most
Mhm.
likely.
Oh man, the ending too. I love that last shot.
Yeah.
How it just ends. So like they fucking Patrick Wilson, his wife, and the deputy leave, but they leave Kurt Russell, who is dying in the cave, with a repeater because they kind of had an idea how many males were in the tribe, and he's like, "Oh, I want to stay here because they know about our town." He wants to finish them off, and they're walking away, and the deputy has got like a rock in his hand, like for self defense, and then you just hear like 3 gunshots in the distance.
Yeah.
And then he just throws the rock down because he knows he got them all. And it just cuts to that rock and then it cuts
Yeah.
to black and it's
Yeah.
over.
That was
Yeah.
great.
So who knows if they even
Impactful.
make it back to town?
True, yeah, there could
Yeah.
be more, and they could just get fucked
My
up.
my theory is the first two were some of the troglodytes.
Troglodytes.
Some of the first two shots were probably the troglodytes, and then there was the period of silence, and the third one probably him.
Well, because they thought there were 3 left.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
that's what
thought
they
the
said.
pause between the third shot was him like
Turning
the
down
sheriff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I think he
knows?
just got them all.
Yeah, it's what,
In the-
what it wants you to believe for sure.
What was they talked about she talked about the 2 women.
Oh yeah.
And but you know how they are, and then they actually show you on the way out like blinded and their legs chopped off.
That was fucked up too. That just shows you how like savage they were. Just
Yeah.
fucking. Oh my god.
Pagans, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking rough. It is a rough movie, but it's fucking so good.
Yeah.
Performances, man.
Holy
That's what did it for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, without a doubt, man. Yeah, all those characters were great. All that dialogue was great, and just fucking great actors. Jesus, like they just rocked that in the film.
All right.
Yeah,
Bone Tomahawk, guys. Check it out.
fucking watch it.
And
Yeah.
since I won tonight, I get to add my name to the motherfucking
Ooh, do
wheel.
it.
You already know who I'm picking. Samantha. Sorry,
Yeah, Sam.
Sam.
Breaking the winning streak.
Get the fuck off the board.
Get up out of here. But all right, that was another episode of the Movie Closet, episode 53. Let us know some of your favorite westerns, what you think about troglodytes, what you think about westerns. Kurt Russell, the whole shebang. You can find us on extratone.com, a website filled with podcasts and articles and all that jazz. And we are on YouTube at Spanktervision. Just look for the blue TV. Drop it in there. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Come back next week. I think we're gonna do. You guys want to do the one-liners thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we're
Oh
gonna,
wait. No, actually, I had a good idea. I don't know if you guys want to do this, but we can also discuss it after this. But next week's Sam's birthday, so we were talking about how it might be fun if we all pitch movies that Sam's never seen, but that we think that she might like,
That's cool with me.
based on what you know of her taste.
Wish we would have done that for Bastard's birthday. I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
so bad that we did it on his birthday. We didn't even talk about
Oh
it.
yeah, we should have.
Yeah,
So-
my birthday was 2 episodes ago.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, if Sam wants to do that, we can do that. So we're pitching movies to Sam next week. So it could be a cool wild card because it'll be a bunch of just random movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Birthday special.
But all right, thanks for watching. Tell your friends about us. Come back next week. Movie Closet.
I was gonna say something about I'd like to see as many subscribers as episodes we have so far.
That'd be good.
Yeah, it would.
It's a race, guys.
Morty.